Life on Earth had been peaceful for a time, but just after the Tournament of Power, Goku and Vegeta found themselves battling Broly, who initially struggled against them.
We're in trouble. He'll snap and go berserk if they push him any further. That sounds like a power-up. Let's test your theory. Look, Broly, your dear father was struck and killed by a stray blast.
Surely enough, the death of Broly's father triggered a rampage, granting the Saiyan power that eclipsed Goku and Vegeta's own strength. However, by fusing into Gogeta, the pair managed to overcome even Broly's awesome might. Broly, along with Lemmo and Chilai, left Frieza'S army and escaped back to the planetoid Broly had come to call home. What is up, Black Squad? BlackScape here, and today I have a really interesting video for you guys, and this video is about Broly and his still connection with Frieza. We finally know why Broly is on Beerus' planet and what Frieza still wants with Broly even after he got the Black Frieza transformation. Because after all the hype, all the story that we got about Broly mastering his transformation alongside Beast Gohan, and how important Broly is to the ending of the last arc of Dragon Ball Super's manga, we finally know which direction they're actually going to go when it comes to Black Frieza and his involvement with the Z Squad. So if you know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comments section below. If you figured it out, then watch the video and see if you got it right. And as always, huge shout out to the Black Squad, everybody who has been here from day one, every single video, always liking, always hitting the comments, subscribe, all that stuff. You guys are freaking awesome. Let's go ahead and jump in. So before we get into why Frieza wants Broly, we need to see what Goku says is the reason that Broly is on planet Beerus.
And who's the new guy? Why, that would be Broly.
Broly? What is that maniac doing on my planet?
What's the big deal? There's no way Frieza can find him here. I figure it's the safest place for him.
Don't just invite people to live here.
Whis, how long was I napping for?
Good morning. In terms of Earth time, you were asleep for about 4 months.
Geez, I barely slept at all. Not with all this racket and that tasty aroma. Hang on, I know you.
That would be Broly.
Broly? What's he doing at my place?
Well, Frieza can't show up here, right? We grabbed him from his home planet for peace of mind and safety's sake.
Did I say you could bring guests? This ain't a hotel.
So, we get a few layers there. The first layer is that Broly is on the run from Frieza. The only reason that this would be a possibility is because Frieza thinks he can defeat or capture Broly. The only way that Frieza could do that is not this Frieza right here, but this one right here. And that means that in the anime, in the movie, before it came out in the manga, they knew that Frieza was going to become Black Frieza and become stronger. So they're planning this stuff out years in advance in the movieverse compared to the mangaverse of what we're going to be getting. Obviously from the time jump that has happened, and this time jump is a few years, and Broly has been on the planet for a few months. So something must have changed where Frieza is gunning and trying to find Broly. Why is he doing that? So Goku says it plainly here, and that is that this is the safest spot for Broly because Frieza is actively searching for him, and Frieza is not allowed on Beerus' planet, meaning that it is essentially a safe haven. It is asylum for Broly and his crew to be hunkered down with Beerus. Now, how that's going to play out in the future is up for grabs, whether Beerus is going to be having some sort of relationship with Chilai, or if Whis is going to be training Broly. That's still up in the air, but it is clear that, yes, Broly's on the run. How powerful he is, he's on the run. And now we have the answer as to why. So, Exhibit A, this is Frieza's reaction to meeting Broly for the first time in the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie.
You brought danger to my ship.
Please, there's no need to worry, I swear. Were that to happen, I can control him using this remote device which pumps a bolt of electricity through his body. It's not a strong current, but it allows me to rein him in when he acts out.
Fascinating. And what is your name, Saiyan?
Please, sir, forgive Broly.
It would seem you still have a tremendous amount of untapped battle power.
I've trained the boy well, and I'm certain he can be of great use to you and your troops, Lord Frieza.
This is indeed an unexpected bounty.
Frieza immediately, from the very beginning of his interactions with Broly, he realizes two things. Broly is a threat, that's number one. And number two is that he has unimaginable depths of battle power. Frieza here has been through the Dragon Ball Super Tournament of Power. He has seen various different beings from universes and ones that are stronger than him, and he's fought against Jiren. So Frieza really understands the balance of power. He understands how strong somebody can be, and he can see their inner potential. And so when he first meets Broly, he immediately knows this is a guy that is extremely powerful. This is a Saiyan that could possibly be that legendary Super Saiyan that I heard so much about so long ago. So I'm going to tell you the reason that Frieza has such an interest in someone like Broly from his universe is because he's already met someone like Broly, and he already knows this variation of Saiyan. Back in Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 37, after Kale holds back her true nature from Caulifla, she is literally pushed into releasing and revealing herself after Frieza has Kaba and Caulifla on the ropes in his golden form. When she transforms and essentially goes berserk, Frieza says this:
"I'll say it again, Super Saiyans no longer surprise me."
Only for him to get slammed into the arena floor and literally gets thrown around, similar to how Broly would throw him around later on in the series. So Frieza's reaction to this is,
"What's going on with her? I've never seen this breed of Super Saiyan."
And he calls it breed because it's something that he is not familiar with. Even though initially he thought it was just a Super Saiyan, that it could not surprise him, this is like an unhinged version of a Super Saiyan, a legendary Super Saiyan, if you will, even though in Universe 6 they reference her as calling her Berserk. In Dragon Ball Super's Universe 7, it is Legendary Super Saiyan, and it's not just me drawing similarities between Kale and Broly. It's not even just the fandom. It is official Dragon Ball content, because even in Sparking Zero, they draw a contrast between Kale and Broly, making them the same. So they are literally the same thing, just two halves of the same coin. Even when Kale pushes him back a little bit more, Frieza says,
"A new type of Super Saiyan. Ridiculous, I can hardly remember all the variations anymore."
Yeah, he's talking about what breed of Super Saiyan she actually is. It's not something that he, has ever seen before. Also, as a side note, when Goku kind of jumps in, like, this is Frieza's face, and he says, "Nonsense, I never asked for your help," after Goku offers to help. And after Goku does a little bit better with her than he did, he yells,
"I said out of my way, you dishonor the mighty Frieza."
I think that's just funny. So now that we know that Frieza has met somebody like Broly before, he's intrigued with Broly as he stands, because Broly is like him finding Kale for the first time. And so what he immediately does, and something that Paragus actually pushes, is that they join the Frieza Force, and they basically voluntarily put themselves under the thumb of Frieza, even with Frieza pushing the lie of an asteroid destroying the Saiyan homeworld, and then, even worse, Frieza killing Paragus and lying to Broly about it. But even when Frieza kills Paragus and unleashes this version of Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan, it is because of his curiosity. It is because he wants to see what Broly can do because he's already met a Saiyan that does the exact same thing. So he assumed that that Saiyan would attack Goku and Vegeta in that very similar way, not realizing that Goku would just teleport out of the way and fuses Vegeta later, leaving Frieza on his own against Broly, who completely beat Frieza. So Frieza now has a Saiyan that used to be part of the Frieza Force, and now he is essentially a deserter, a runaway. He leaves the Frieza Force army, and Frieza cannot have that because Frieza is in the middle of rebuilding the Frieza Force. Frieza has died twice up to this point, and he has not been there for the Frieza Force, and so they've lost ground, they've lost planets. And as we've seen in several different iterations, he is traveling around the universe with an active role in trying to bring the universe to heal again. He avoided conflict when it came to the moral criminals who were attacking planets by avoiding them and going toward other planets because he knew that he did not want to get into a pointless squabble. Even though he could defeat them at the time, he still didn't want to jump into it, and someone like Frieza would probably have intel on Moro and what he's all about, and maybe he wasn't 100% sure if he could actually defeat him. Then you have this moment right here after he defeated Goku and Vegeta and killed Gas and Elec. He literally tells Goku and Vegeta that he's not really there for them. He was there for a different target, the target being Gas and Elec and the Heaters, because they were the rival organization that were partners but were trying to backstabbing, and he could not have that in his organization, so he had to take them out. He's got bigger fish to fry than Goku and Vegeta and revenge. Frieza, since he became alive again, has been actively trying to rebuild his empire because Goku so long ago took it away from him by defeating him the first time, and Trunks by killing him. And so what Frieza wants most of all from Broly is a return on investment. He was the one that pushed Broly to become the legendary Super Saiyan. He is the one that brought Broly to Goku and Vegeta and the planet. He's the one that outfitted Broly and essentially gave him two friends that he could have from the Frieza Force, essentially because they worked for Frieza. And so Frieza is trying to find Broly to bring him back to the Frieza Force and convince him to join the army. Originally, I had a really interesting idea of Frieza trying to challenge Broly again after he lost, but literally everything that we've seen from Frieza ever since, I would say, Goku brought him back for the tournament, everything that we've seen from Frieza has not been about revenge. Frieza's plans for revenge ended after Vegeta killed him in the Resurrection of F. After that, he was done with revenge, and he was more for the moment, and when he came back to life, he was for the Frieza Force, and so he has actively tried to rebuild the Frieza Force, so I don't think that he is going to be taking it personally that Broly defeated him originally in his golden state. I think he is more than wanting to just basically make amends with Broly and have him and Chi-Lai and Lemmo join the Frieza Force and maybe even twist Broly's arm by forcing Chi-Lai and Lemmo to come back, and that way bringing Broly into the Frieza Force. And then that way Frieza, with his black form, he would have an elite soldier that is the legendary Super Saiyan. Ironically, the same legendary Super Saiyan that was supposed to kill him is now working under him, and this is the reason that Frieza is chasing and trying to find Broly, but at the exact same time, it's the reason why Goku moved Broly, Lemmo, and Chi-Lai to Beerus' planet, because they knew that that was going to be bad for everybody if Broly was under the tutelage of Frieza. But let me know if you guys got it right. If you did, let me know in the comment section below. I know this is not really a theory because this is just evidence from the manga and the anime. So both of them are telling us what is going on, and Frieza's excitement and interest in Broly cuts deep for the Frieza Force, not to face off against him, not for revenge. It's always been for the Frieza Force. Let me know what you guys think. This is going to be BlackScape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content.